Hello, YouTube chatters. It's been a while, and by a while I mean exactly 7 days. As it tends to work out. Now is the perfect time, if you remember, to be posting the Kagu Rines, dude. Let's go. Yeah, you hear that? That wolf howling? That's for Reinhard, okay? Even though, Emilia's fight was better, but you know, whatever. Rate the episode, maybe like an 8.5. I had it at an 8 at first. Then I watched it again. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty fucking good. It's pretty good. I wish the little chat thing I have for the screen, I wish it was able to embed the emotes somehow, but oh well. Not sure why other isekai are airing this year when ReZero is back. I don't know why anything is airing. I mean, I can't talk too much shit, because Dandadan is doing pretty well for itself. Dandadan is doing pretty well. Hello, Pyro. How was your day? It's fine. Woke up at 6 a.m. bright and early, ready for ReZero. Watched the episode live at 6:30. And then I immediately started working on the video, finished it by, I think, 9:45 or something. You need to put up the anime only safe space thing? You're right, you're right. There we go. I guess I'll talk a bit about it before Sensei gets here, because I think he's running to the store real quick. That hanging death was crazy. That was nutty. I was watching that live and I was like, holy shit, they can show this on TV? Damn. And then Muse Asia had to censor it for the YouTube broadcast. Thoughts on the opening and ending? I mean, I like the opening. But it's not my favorite. It's fine. The ending is quite good. The ending is quite good. Big fan of that one. A couple of people asked me if I plan on making opening and ending analysis videos or whatever. I was going to if I liked them enough. Not the biggest fan of the opening, so I could take it or leave it. And the ending is great, although I don't think there's that much to analyze. Or maybe there is. I do this thing a lot where I take for granted things, like information. The part where everyone props Subaru up is that part is gas, yeah. That's really good. Where would you rank the ending compared to the others? I don't know. I haven't really done anything like that. I know a lot of people do the opening and ending tier list stuff. I've never done one. I'm also not as intimately familiar with the other opening and endings. I know some people can recite that shit off the top of their dome. I cannot. I love Reinhard picking up Subaru to stand straight beside. I know. I was thinking that too on my last one. I watched the episode again like 20 minutes ago. Just fucking picks him up by his jacket and puts him down. So excited for the next episode. This episode was insane, showing as many loops as it did. I don't know how many loops there are, but damn, they're really not messing about. Hanging scene was actually off of the watch. Yeah, for the anime onlys in chat, what do you guys think of the hanging scene? It was much more gratuitous than I thought it was going to be. It was foul. In a good way. In a good way. As someone whose favorite character is Reinhard, will I be fed this season? Yes. Way Al grabs the camera though is raw. I have so many like little ideas in my head about why they did that that all make me smile that I will not speak of during the anime only safe space. I don't remember the hanging scene in the web novel. Was that Ellen only? I think it was in the web novel, but I don't remember. The circumstances of it might have been different. Apparently on Top A's comment on the episode, Subaru died of fear-induced shock rather than hanging. Yeah, he died of fear. I think that was something that the light novel made unclear, kinda. There was no hanging, he just died from fear? That makes sense, yeah. I haven't read the web novel in like 2.5 years. And I'm reading the light novel now. Light novel kinda gas, man. Web novel arc 5, not the best. not the best. When did Al grab the camera? The Al frame in the OP when he's there for like 2 frames. But yeah, I've been going through the light novel. Basically, my process for making these videos, by the way, the episode videos, I write the videos out like 4 or 5 days before the fucking episode airs, and I'm not gonna give up too much of my sauce. But it's been making me read the light novel again, because I've read parts of the light novel, but I read Arc 5 before there was an English light novel. Dude, Arc 5 light novel is so much better. What an episode. What's up, Jordan? What's the difference between web novel and light novel? So the web novel is the version of the story that Tape, the author, if you don't know his name, posts just for free. Anybody can read it. It's the draft, essentially. And then that gets refined down into the light novel, which is novelized and sold in stores. So I read the draft version because the finalized version of Arc 5 did not exist for English speakers. ReZero manga is also so good, but I hate how far behind it is. Yeah, Arc 4 manga, pretty fucking good. Arc 5 manga, also surprising. Was not a big fan of the Arc 5 manga designs at first. But I don't know. I saw what they did for this, the hanging death, and I was like, oh, that's pretty sick, actually. Web novel reads like a script for a play, and light novel reads like a novel. This is true, too, yeah. Web novel can be a lot more verbose. It can be a lot more dramatic. In sometimes, I think, a very nice way. Sometimes I much appreciate the added drama to the narration and shit. But I thought it was a great episode. I obviously, for those that watch my video, I have my qualms about it. But that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the episode. What's the difference between manga and light novel? The manga is, a manga, and the light novel is a book. The manga is drawn by different artists for each arc. And sometimes they cut things, or sometimes they don't cut things that the anime cut. And sometimes they still do. Sometimes they cut more, apparently. From what I don't know if that's true or not. I had my issues with the first half of the episode, but it was still good. The second half of the episode was fucking flames, man. Manga's a comic book? Yeah. What are we adding to the office space today? That's a good question. What are we adding to the office space today? For those that haven't been here before, every stream, we add one new thing to the stream layout. Last time was the Subaru statue. Globe, chains, Grafiel sticker. That's pretty good. That's a lot of globes. Sir Julia's pride flag. Alright, hang on. Fuck. Chat, I can't just add a figure for every character to this one, cool, alright? We'll be here This office will be scuffed with figures. Office decoration. And we got globe. Grapheel sticker. Let's do pride flag again. Alright, I'm not seeing a good fourth suggestion, so we're just gonna launch it with 3. Nothing bad has ever happened to me. How is Globe losing? Because there's a bunch of new heads in chat, man. They don't know the globe theory. They don't know ball. Dude, everything is 33%. What the fuck? Look, guys, I'll admit I'm a little partial to globe, okay? I'll admit. I'm a little partial to globe because I made the fucking theory. I would love a globe. Globe heads keep pushing. Stop voting for... Stop voting third party. What's the globe theory? I made a video called There's More to the ReZero World Than You Might Think. If you are curious, you can watch it. The only reason why I don't talk about it on stream is because I do mention something in Arc 5 that hasn't happened yet. And I don't want to accidentally say it. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll soon. Here we go, ending the poll. That's a clean globe. Alright, am I just putting a globe on the desk, or do you want me to put like a globe poster on the wall? Or how are we doing this? Because if we keep putting stuff on the desk, this is gonna get crazy. The gays lost again. I think the gays would have won if it wasn't for the globe, to be honest. Map the entire setup onto a sphere. Alright, globe on the microwave. Alright, alright. Have it on the floor blocking the murder of the month. That's crazy. I'm looking at globes. Hang on. I need to find a good globe. Jordan, I don't know if you're still in chat because I'm not looking right now, but after we get the globe up, you can call, and then we can have our discussions. I'm almost done with the globe. Hang on. I looked up globe. First result was good enough. Globe. Photoshop the white background out. Image. Globe. I think I like putting it on the microwave. That sounds nice. This is gonna be fun. Just leave it like that. It's good. Put the... There we go. How about that? We're globing? Zorbus is channeling his his microwave energy straight into the globe. You should make it spin? Bro. What do you guys want from me, man? I'm like adding things live and you're like, make it spin. Next 2 goals are pride flag and then a shower head above the guest desk. That's crazy. What did you enjoy more, the opening or the ending? The ending. Alright, Jordan, I'm ready for you, Jordan. Could Reinhard create a blessing that nullifies authorities? He can't create blessings. He can only ask for ones that do exist. Hello?
What is up, man?
Hey, man.
Dude, episode 2.
Episode 2.
Did not lie.
Let me add your little desk, dude.
Lie.
I have never lied to you once.
That's not true. You just lied to me now. But, anywho, what's good, chat? Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's having a swell day. Obviously, my notepad isn't as big as last week, but I definitely have some talking points. Hi, chat. Hi, Pyro. So yeah, let me just get straight to it because I know everybody wants to have more time for the light novel talk. Oh my god, why is everybody putting my name in like different things? I see parentheses, brackets, quotation marks.
They don't trust you.
Why? What did I do?
I don't know, man. I think you said because you said that the anime for Arc 4 was better than the web novel.
Oh, anyway, so let me get to the first point.
Uh-huh.
Curious. So I already heard your take, but chat, what is the consensus on OP versus ED?
Should we do a poll for the opening versus the ending?
Yeah, let's do that. What's the consensus of OP versus ED? I'm just curious to see because I have my thoughts about both. For sure.
Okay, I started. Which one do you like more?
I'm gonna go ahead and just vote. I think this is well, judging by the chat, I think this is very much a
holy shit,
a sweep. This is a sweep. This is a sweep.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. ED was a lot better.
Very good.
This wasn't to say that the OP was bad either. This was not to say that. It definitely moved. It definitely moved, and there were some cool cuts in the OP between Emilia's cut running up to Sirius, Priscilla to nobody's surprise.
Cut, yeah, the Priscilla cut was
the Priscilla cut was gas, bro. That camera movement,
yeah.
And then all of them just turning into like mini flame balls or whatnot. I'm not sure what her abilities are quite yet, but that was cool. I like that a lot. They had some good character kind of facial movements and body movements with the new Sin that we haven't met yet, the little one that has wings. They had a cool moment leading into Reinhard. The thing about this OP, I would say that it shows a lot of like individual moments per se, right? Like you go from like Garfield to Wilhelm to Krush and Julius in the air chugging some stuff at Gluttony and another one of the soldiers in the middle, and then you go to Priscilla, then Emilia, then Reinhard, and you know what I mean, one by one. It feels like it doesn't really like lead into one another. You know what I mean? Like it's not really like a flow.
It's things happening
from one action. It's
just random things happening.
Yeah, it's random things happening. And granted, of course, these things happening are probably like canon, like events, the matchups in the future, potentially, of course. There's not really like a flow from one scene to another, right? Like you don't really have any like camera movements that show like one character fighting in the distance, then you pull into another character fighting into like another area. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate a little bit because the energy in the song is really good. Like good 45 seconds of the song is really good energy, and it feels like a lot of the song should kind of like have like this smoothness that transfers one scene to another. But with that being said, for what we got though, it is solid. You know what I mean? It's definitely a very solid OP.
Yeah.
The ending though takes the cake.
I agree. I don't want to say the opening's bad because I definitely don't think that's true.
Yeah,
it's just fine.
I agree. Yeah, it's just fine.
But the ending,
Um,
though.
yeah, the ending though,
Sheesh.
dude. I started thinking that the ending was done by a director named Shingo Yamashita for a second because the scene where I don't know their name yet, but the little
Yeah,
sin,
yeah.
on top of the roof, bro, and like the animation with the hair, bro,
I
I was like, oh,
know.
and
I loved
just
all of the
seeing.
Archbishop's shots, dude. They were so good.
They're so good, man. I mean, even Regulus' shot, when they like got close up to his face, it kind of showed like a side of him that like I wasn't like I'm not used to seeing. Like usually he's kind of like arrogant, very like stand no
Mhm.
business wise. But like when he turned around the Subaru, it looked like he was a little bit like bothered. I can't put my put my finger on it, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But it was very good, man, and the atmosphere was really good too. It kind of encapsulated the atmosphere that was on one of the first key visuals with all the candidates. How
Yeah.
it was kind of gray skies,
Oh, that
destruction
one. Yeah, yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, I really liked how they leaned into that one more for the ending, and I do wonder if the atmosphere in the OP go not the OP, the anime will go through a more will it go through like an evolution, kind of like how MHA
Mhm.
went from like blue sky to rain type deal? Does it go to that as the city gets destroyed? You know what I mean? Because if so,
Mhm.
that'll be very cool. I think I would really really like to see how that comes to fruition. But again, the ED clears. ED definitely clears. By a
Yeah.
solid margin. All things to say. But both of them are very good. I definitely would say that this is definitely probably honestly I don't know how everybody thinks about all the other EDs because visually I feel like the second ED from the second season, second half or core 2 ED of season 2, definitely the most like visually intensive one because that reminds me something straight out of as sort of online with one of their EDs. Very intensive there, but it didn't move a lot. You know what I mean? But this ED has like that visual crispiness,
Yeah.
and it has like some good some good transitions, a little bit of movement with like the hair and the just quick body movements.
Mhm.
And just the camera work was really, really, really good in the ED.
It was
So
really good. Yeah. There's
yeah,
so many like dynamic 3D shots. It was crazy.
yeah. I mean, dude, just some of the drawings, man. Like when
Yeah,
they were
all
doing
those rotations,
Regulus's,
man.
yeah, like Regulus is like top down view drawing when like it was like kind of like a sunset type
Mhm.
vibe going on. I mean, it's just so good, man. Like whoever drew those were really good,
They were going
really, really
crazy,
good
man.
stuff. Yeah, but I'm glad they dropped it, early this year too. Thank God, bro, because I was like, man, everybody's raving about Blue Box and Don. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, White
I
Fox, don't mess
mean,
around, please.
no matter what, in terms of popularity, we were never gonna beat the Down to Down OP anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude.
That
Creepy
shit's
Nuts is
that
like the
shit's
latest cheat
ra-
code.
that shit was raps when it got leaked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, Creepy Nuts lately, man. Ever since their Mashal OP that kind of like put them
Mhm.
on the globe for a long time, dude. Creepy Nuts is like the latest cheat code. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're really catchy, really catchy. I can't even hate. Um, but yeah, OPED, solid. Solid OP, great ED. That's pretty
Yeah.
much my consensus on that. Starting with the episode. Okay. Um, First of all, Subaru's second death.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
dude. I was
Jesus.
yeah. Yeah, how'd you feel
That
about
was
that? It
brutal.
was it was fucked.
That was brutal. Definitely, like you think like the bunnies from last season was rough, dude, but like getting like hanged by chains, like that is insane. And I like how they had like the little faint overlay of while Sirius was kind of, going on about
Mhm.
love and desire, he was just in his head,
Yes.
just saying all these things. And I was
That
like, man, like he's losing it
that
like
was
in
one of
this
my
very last bit.
that was one of my favorite parts of the episode. Well, that entire section was one of my favorite parts of the episode. It was so fucking grotesque in such like a cool way.
Yeah,
Yet
I could
it was vile.
correct me if I'm wrong. Did he lose some fingers too?
He
Like
did,
did
yeah. When the
Oh
chains
my
tightened
god.
on him, his fingers got cut off.
Yeah, dude. That was rough. I don't know what Subaru was thinking the first time that he should go by himself. I'm like, bro.
So, do you want to hear? That section was actually a lot longer in the light novel.
I
So
see.
first, when Subaru enters the tower,
Mhm,
Sirius is actually in there at first,
mhm,
and he hears her talking with Luzbel upstairs. So
mhm,
he creeps up with his whip, and he whips the fuck out of Sirius and then charges at her and knocks her out of the tower.
Oh.
And then the scene plays out the same, basically.
But they stripped him of the rawness.
They stripped him of doing something cool, unfortunately.
Oh, that's unlucky. That's unlucky. Hopefully, then they do keep some more moments with his whip, because I do like the fact that he's got a whip again. I said that last week, but they, I get it. They're trying to get to point A to point B, so it happens. I think you actually mentioned that like they did strip some cool stuff from him. So this is probably that moment you were mentioning.
For the inner monologue of Subaru's when he was choking, I loved that because it was almost like straight out of the novel, and usually things like that don't get adapted. And
inner monologue.
That's one of like the biggest concerns for season 3 for a lot of people, is that some of that shit is not going to get adapted. So seeing that, I think, has put a lot of people not necessarily at ease, but
it sets a nice precedent for it's possible. Definitely possible. Kept the dialogue running simultaneously between Sirius and Subaru, and it's definitely possible. I think that's something they took that into consideration. We'll see down the line, of course. I don't want to jinx it, of course. But it's definitely possible that doing simultaneous dialogue, because it's not like people are really foreign to simultaneous dialogue moments. You know what I mean? We've seen that over, plenty of different anime, in their moments. So definitely possible. As far as Sirius goes, I said last week that I was trying to figure out how their power works. Now I understand, and because I understand now, this is going to lead to my second section after this, but Sirius is basically danger by proxy. If you are in their vicinity, if you get entrapped by their curse in this case, or a hex in this case, you're cooked, and everybody in the vicinity is also cooked because they share that pain. It's kind of like being binded by like the red string of fate, essentially. Once everybody's wrapped in it, everybody's sharing the same fate.
Aldebaran fate?
Which is very, very tough. And going into his second death, this leads to my second interesting point about how this season is going to be approached, and that is no time for prep. Now, with season 1 and season 2, for better or for worse, through every other death, Subaru has been able to prepare for a lot of these events, right? With the White Whale, he was able to get along with Crucius Camp before taking things off, and then leading into the confrontation with the Sanctuary, he was able to work with Otto. Otto set him straight. Then he planned with Otto. Then he got Garfield, and then he planned with Garfield to go to the Sanctuary or the mansion, et cetera, et cetera. There's been a bit of planning, but because the fact that the archbishops are here, unprecedented, unexpected, he doesn't really have time to prep. And in the first few minutes of the episode, you see that the first 2 times he immediately goes to move. No, first 3 times actually, even with Beatrice, he goes to move. He doesn't, get to go run back to Anastasia and be like, hey, this is happening. We got to like stop this. There's only so much time. And I'm very curious to see how this plays out, because when I think about no time to prep, I also think about what Ikenda tried to do with his season 2 contract. When she tried to get him into a contract, she told him that she was going to lead him to the best possible, he's going to lead him to the best results, right? However, those best results don't guarantee everybody else's safety. And my thing is, when the dust settles after these 8 episodes, if we have a major injury or major death, right? Does Subaru, bite the bullet, and does he have to stick with the consequences this time? You know what I mean? He can't go back and constantly rewind the time of events, because rewinding the time of events doesn't necessarily make time for them to prepare themselves to avoid those worst case scenarios. And I feel like in that aspect, the stakes are a little bit more intense this time around. Obviously action aside and archbishops aside, anything that's sustained in this battle, Subaru can't go back and undo. If somebody loses an arm, they lose an arm. You know what I mean? That's that. Or somebody dies, that's that. You know what I mean? You can't go undo this because so much is happening. And I assume that by the time these 8 episodes are over, for all I know, it just wouldn't be worth going back in time either. You know what I mean? Too much might have been gained and sacrificed. Would it be worth trying to go back and save somebody from dying if they end up killing Gluttony and Sirius? You know what I mean? Like that, you have to weigh those consequences. And that's very interesting to think about. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that will stick for sure. Because I feel like it definitely will. So, pulling off from that, going into attempt number 2, of course, with Reinhard. Again, death by Sirius is danger by proxy.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was rough. Reinhard,
That
he
shit
didn't
was awesome,
know.
man.
He didn't know what was about to happen, but now we clearly see why he doesn't need to fight Sirius unless it is a isolation type thing where they
Yeah.
are away from people and they can really duke it out. It sets up an interesting spot for Sirius to see how will they approach that fight, because they either need to approach that fight with either isolate Sirius away from everybody else, or it is going to be a battle isolated purely with those who are immune to their authority. So I'm looking forward to seeing who fights Sirius, because for all I know, Reinhardt may end up fighting somebody else, like the OPTs. Of course, I heard that some of this may be a little bit of anime only, additions, whatnot. So we'll see. But that is an interesting situation because you can't just fight Sirius anywhere. You know what I mean? Even if people are evacuating
Yeah.
or we don't know how wide the radius of the authority is either. You know what I mean? You don't want to take any chances. So I feel like isolating Sirius definitely is going to be the first major play when it comes to dealing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved watching anime onlys for like the past week. Be like, why doesn't he just call Reinhardt and like kill Sirius instantly and just like win the day, like save everyone? And I've been sitting here the whole time like, yeah, just wait. Never hate, just wait your turn.
Just wait your turn, dude. Because literally the minute Subaru was like trying to call out to him, and then he got entrapped by the authority again, I was like, yeah, they're about to split.
Something bad's about to happen.
Something's bad's about to happen. Yeah. Here we go, dude. And this moves into attempt number 3 with Beatrice. And I have another point here about Beatrice's knowledge. I said last week that I'm a huge fan of her inclusion now with Subaru because it kind of reminds me with how certain weaker MCs are handled. It's kind of like World Trigger, for example. The main character, you read a couple of chapters, he's weak, right? He got his ass beat a lot. And the a good amount. First major arc, really. He got his ass beat a lot. You know what I mean? But to circumvent that, they didn't make him OP. They gave him somebody on his team that was strong. And in that, he was able to bring both their capabilities up. I like Beatrice's knowledge being put to use here, right? Basically, the explanations about how, how Shamak would have worked.
Yeah.
Which was cool. A good little circumvent instead of getting immediately violent. You can get the people out of there, then maybe call Reinhardt. You know what I mean? If that was an option, but of course we later found out that wasn't the case. And then of course I have another interesting point here. Reinhardt equals Gojo Satoru. Yo, why is this dude so broken? I couldn't I know you said he was super strong, but Beatrice's explanation of his very existence bends mana. That's wild, dude.
This was also mentioned in Arc 1, although I guess it was extrapolated on here a little bit. Because you remember back when Reinhard came to fight Elsa, and Emilia was like, I can't heal because he's here. So like either he can't use any attacks or I can heal. Like you can't have both.
That's interesting. So mana literally stops cooperating with anybody else but him and his presence.
It goes straight to him.
That's ridiculous, dude. So man, it almost feels like Reinhardt needs to fight Sirius, especially because if he fights in a group, everybody else is at a disadvantage. He's like a walking debuff. He's a walking debuff essentially if you try to fight with him. Which is great. Why is he so strong? Who is his mom? Who is his mom?
I love in the subtitles when Betty was like, he is the definition of different.
Oh yeah.
I was like, you're not wrong.
An entirely different being. I was like, wow, like that is crazy. Do we learn like why?
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember how much you learn about Reinhard's powers in main story. I don't remember if what I know is from main story or from side stories. I couldn't tell you. So like, to be safe, I'm just not gonna say anything unless I get confirmation of any which way.
Okay, that works. That works. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, okay, I have to keep that in mind then, because wow. Okay, yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how Core 2 works then, because if he goes on the offensive, how does he's got to go alone? He's got to go alone. But
Pyro, do you
You
remember?
learn it in break time.
Do you
There's
remember
stuff in break time?
what's in the break time?
Okay.
Because I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, I actually didn't get to watch it. I had to run out, like I had
No,
told you.
this week's break time is boring as well. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Let's see here. So before I get to that, I want to talk about Emilia standing ground / Priscilla observation.
Oh,
So
yeah.
first off, I'll just go ahead and get out the way. All right, maybe I was a little bit too harsh on Priscilla, right? You know,
No way,
she
you
did kind
fold
of
instantly, bro.
she did kind of, you know, notice that, like, you know, Subaru was going through it. You know, she's a lot more
He
noticeable, it
folded
seems, and
instantly.
I listen. All right, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt this week. Okay, you know, she kind of stood on business and was like, go chase your man, Emilia. You know, I'm still holding, see how she is in battle, but that
Okay,
OP cut is pretty sick. I do like Emilia standing her ground though. I really like that moment because Subaru still is trying to hold everything on his own.
Mhm.
At least as much as he can. You know, he included Beatrice this time. He included Reinhard, but he only did that because they're OP, essentially, right?
Yeah.
They, you know, he's trying to keep Emilia out of harm's way, but you know, it's good that there's another moment, not necessarily as powerful or as striking as Otto's, you know what I mean? But it was a good moment for Emilia to show that how she's grown from the sanctuary and that, you know, he can't keep running out on his own. So I did appreciate that. It seems like Emilia is standing strong this season. She's very
Did you
very
like
level-headed.
Did you like when she struck Sirius instantly with like a fucking tower?
Dude. Dude, I had a friend text me about that and he was like, "Man, like that, like this is what I'm talking about." You know what I mean? Like it's so interesting because I'm used to seeing Emilia, like, you know, just constantly shoot projectiles so much. And she just, the minute Sirius came outside, you know, what was the move name? I forgot, it was like 2 words and just boom.
Full humor, yeah.
You know? Yeah, just boom. I'm like, oh, like no time wasted. You know what I mean? And this leads to my major, you know, I have this exclamation point, caps lock. Emilia got moves, dog.
Dude.
Emilia got
moves. They
moves.
did such a good job with her fight.
I owe her an apology because I was not familiar. I mean, like, you know, of course I could go off like her childhood, like, you know, die moment. But when she's like level-headed and focused and locked in, I mean, I was not, you know, I didn't know she could do all that, at least with the weapons. You know what I mean? She went from single sword to dual sword, and then she made an axe.
Yeah,
an
dude.
axe.
The halberd was so sick.
That's raw, dude. It was so cool. It was so cool, man. Like, just seeing me actually, like, she can actually keep up, like, for real. And it kind of makes me wonder how good is Priscilla, bro? Because you know that ain't no normal sword she got. It's a Yang sword. So like, what can Priscilla do? Because it seems like her ability set is pretty much the inverse of Emilia. She's like more flame / sun energy magic, perhaps. You know what I mean? Emilia is just ice. I'm very interested to see what Priscilla can do, but Emilia cooked, bro. I mean, even in the OP, she was moving. I was like who trained her? You know, like was oh my god, was Roswell like, you know, training her? Like, was that like, God,
bro?
That was
in the OP, they had Emilia casting like Elden Ring spells, bro. That was crazy.
They did, man. Like, she had like a giant sword and everything. You know, I was just surprised to see how much of like, you know, I was surprised to see, you know, her make weapons, you know, of all things too. It's very interesting to see her kind of get down like that. But of course, we enter the round 1 checkmate. But before I get to that, I want to talk about the exchange between her and Sirius. Because Sirius was having a meltdown, calling her a homewrecker and stuff like that. And I'm kind of curious now, is there some type of connection? Okay, so here's my theory. I'm leaning in 2 different directions. Either Sirius is referring to something that happened maybe in the past, back when she was normal, you know, kind of like how when, you know, when Betelgeuse kind of like before he, like the day he snapped, right, was when he accidentally killed Homegirl. You know what I mean? And that's what caused him to pretty much go off the deep end from there. So did something happen way back when with maybe another elf that looks like Emilia, you know, and she just kind of holds that
he's that close, dude,
rage against her, or
he's that close.
Is there a connection with Sirius and Regulus?
Oh,
because I see, you know, and this goes into round 1 checkmate. Sirius was about to burn. By the way, Jesus, you know what I mean? I thought like Sirius like set her on fire when she
Yeah.
got knocked back. But Regulus, Regulus is here. So that's 2 archbishops.
So I
Um,
you're close to a very popular fan theory. You're like
okay,
you're like just barely away from the bullseye of the theory that everyone has. Would you like me to tell you what
Okay.
that is?
sure, why not? What you got?
That Sirius is Fortuna.
Oh, 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 because now that wait, really? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Go ahead and jot that one down in your notebook, bro.
Yeah, hold on. I'm moving that. I gotta open my hold on. I gotta open that back up. Hold on. Where's my notepad up, bro? Okay, hold on. Fury. That's interesting. What's the leading like ideas behind that?
So, I mean, it depends on how surface level you want to get with it, right? So like silver hair,
Right, yeah, purple eyes, yeah,
purple
silver hair,
eyes, obscured face. She's an
yeah.
elf.
Right.
In love with Petalgoose.
Okay, so that's who she's referring to. Okay, right.
Has fire magic, just like Fortuna.
Right.
I think
Oh,
there's
God.
others, but I'm trying to be careful because I don't remember what happens in the rest of the core with her.
No, you're good. You're good. Let me. Okay, so go serious question mark. Oh God, bro. Oh God, dude, that's gonna be rough.
Pyro mentions another popular fan theory is that Minerva is Emilia's mom, which is the Witch of Wrath. So her second mother would also be Wrath.
Minerva. Oh, because you know that's interesting. She said that her wrath is wasted on her too. In the episode, that's interesting. Mother. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I couldn't help but think that like there's definitely like some connections there, and obviously, you know, Emilia wouldn't be able to clock everything because it seems like she hasn't been able to clock everything quite yet based off what happened in the trial. Because when we first met Regulus, she was like, you know,
stupid.
I feel like I've seen him somewhere before, but she didn't clock it at that time. So I'm wondering if you know she'll clock it in core 2, maybe perhaps.
When everyone was when the anime was coming out, everyone was like, "Are Fortuna and Sirius gonna have the same VA? Is it gonna be that on the nose?" But they don't. They do not have the same VA. But everyone was expecting that.
I wonder if that. Okay, but see, you guys still don't know, right? Like what the relation is between them right now.
No.
Okay. So we can't assume that the directors were being conscious, right? To not throw it out the way. You know what I mean? Like that makes sense. You just don't know. Okay, that's fair. And yeah, damn, that's really interesting actually. Because if they duke it out, you know what I mean? Like if Emilia like kills Sirius by chance, man, that's gonna be like some real.
That's trauma, bro.
Rough. That's trauma, bro. Like especially if the bandages come off last second and she clocks it, like man,
that's trauma.
That's oof, boy, that's rough. And I guess for the last one, and also in caps lock, marriage question mark exclamation point. So I was not expecting you know, Regulus to be like, hey, 76 wife, or was it 76, 79th?
79th, I think.
79th. Okay, 79th.
He just rolls
wife.
up, dude.
Yeah. Oh boy, Subaru, you got some business to handle. That is an interesting development. I thought maybe, you know, he was gonna come back for you know the key, you know, to fill up that whole key thing, but that's not his prerogative. You know what I mean? That's clearly he's got his own agenda. And
I also think you should know, when Regulus came for Fortuna in the Arc 4 flashback, he was gonna make this was cut from the anime, which I totally forgot. And it's mind-blowing. He was going to make Fortuna his 79th wife.
Okay, see that. Oh my God, that's what I was talking. Okay, that's what I thought because I was like, okay, does it have to deal with Regulus? Because Regulus came and was like, yo, my wife now. And the fact that like he protected Emilia from the fire too, and then she called him a homewrecker. I was like, there has to be some type of connection with Regulus. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing That's the only thing I immediately clocked. Oh my god,
You
I
were
just make this
close. You were
connection even-
close.
Yeah.
You
Oh
were
my God,
circling the drain, but you didn't go down quite yet.
Yeah. It's very, very interesting developments. But with all that being said, very solid second episode. Action was good. It's all hands on deck here. From going forward, I have no idea what to expect. I don't know if Core 2, I don't know if Emilia is gonna even, man. I'm trying to think about the bigger picture here because they're pulling up, right? And they're pulling up for the sake of Emilia.
Mm-hmm.
What I assume for the most part. At least Regulus is. I'm pretty sure Gluttony, is in cahoots with him to a certain extent. Don't know about Little Miss Birdie. And I don't know about Maybe's Melee, right? Don't know about her either. But I'm curious to see, how do we go from here? Like, because there's two halves to this, right? I don't want to assume that the witch cult walks out of here empty-handed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to theorize that they do end up securing Emilia on this first half. That's my assumption. Because even if they come and just deliver a bunch of bodies, I wonder how depending on who they kill off, if they kill off anybody, you know what I mean? If they take off a royal candidate, oh baby. Oh baby, is the political world about to get interesting.
Do you have any predictions for any royal candidates you might think that would eat shit?
It's gonna be either Fel or Anastasia.
You think so?
Between Fel and Anastasia, I don't see Priscilla biting the dust. Unfortunately to say, she's got aura. Unfortunately,
she's got aura too strong.
And I'm pretty sure Al would lose his fucking marbles.
But then you hear that Anastasia's a capitalist, and you're like, maybe she should go. Is that the logic here?
Listen. I mean, first of all, can Anastasia even fight? Can she have hands? Does she have hands?
Are you just saying that because she's a woman?
No, bro. Whoa. Everybody slow down. All right.
What the fuck?
Everybody's displayed some type of hand so far, right? We got Felt season 1 fight. Even though she got body, she got hands, right? Priscilla's got a giant sword, and she kind of one-shot Al last episode. Kind of crazy.
Jordan showing his true colors.
Yo, hey, everybody, slow down. I'm reading that. I'm reading the chat. I see y'all.
They still put your name in the quotes.
Dude, that is crazy.
That's true. That's true. We don't have an Anastasia emo, so how much aura could she actually have?
See. Come on, chat. I got grounds. I got grounds for reasoning. Okay. I just wonder, can she really fight like that? You know what I mean? I assume that all of them who are royal candidates do have some type of ability to throw down. I'm curious to see what hers may be, considering the fact that, oh my god, hold on, let me open my episode 1 notes again. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Hold on, chat. I gotta open my episode 1 notes because I'm gonna sound okay. Here we go. Considering she also is associated with Hoshin the Wilderness, right? Did he happen to bring anything abroad to this world that Anastasia inherited? You know what I mean? It'd be interesting. Any fighting styles, like anything from Japan, maybe, any like samurai swords or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like that will be interesting to see if Anastasia has a style that kind of pays homage to the traditional Japanese type culture. You know what I mean?
Someone's asking, how did Sirius pull Tina during that fight? It's not really that emphasized, even in the novel, but I'm pretty sure that Tina was just attached to a different chain that she pulled in, and that was about it.
Yeah, pocket dimension type beat,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna yoink her across the screen real quick, Anastasia pulls out a gun. Okay, you know what's crazy, Pyro? I was gonna say that, but I was like, wait a minute, doesn't Japan have a strict thing about guns? That's the only reason I didn't say that. That's literally the only reason.
Did not save Shinzo Abe, unfortunately.
Yo.
What do you want me to say?
I mean, that's true. But
what if Hoshin was isekai'd from the era of the thingamajig? You ever think about that?
You know what? That's a good point. That is a good point because I have to remember that considering he was there 500 years ago, whatnot, something like that. He could easily be from that time period, for all I know. I'm curious though. Again, I'm still curious to see if the I am curious to see still if the city setting will still play a part. We seem to have a giant dragon coming through.
Don't mind that.
Go
Don't mind that.
Garfield, go. Don't mind that. Okay.
It's chill. It's chill.
It's chill. Okay. I'm still curious. And I guess I'm also curious to see like how does the city kind of, man, I don't know, man. There's just so much like how much damage can these archbishops? I mean, I guess they can cause some pretty massive damage to the city. It just seems like when you look at the key visual with like the candidates and then you look at the ending, it looks like they really like threw the hell down throughout the entire city. You know what I mean? And it's like, how chaotic does this battle get? Like, does Reinhard have to like let loose a little bit? You know what I mean?
You think
and,
he pops the fuck off? You think he's going crazy?
I think, I don't know how intense these battles may get, especially with civilians being around. It's just kind of crazy to think that everybody would go crazy. But then again, though, it's not like the archbishops will hold back either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if there's anyone who's not, it's going to be them, right?
Yeah.
As you can tell by the fire pillar that Sirius was generating from her fucking rage.
Yeah, and I also liked how with Sirius she really switched into that wrath mode too.
Yeah,
I felt like her debut was kind of like a trippier version to display the idea of wrath, because it came off more of like empathy, or not empathy, but like what's another word, like I don't know, kind of like a fondness to all of those who kind of like share some type of quote unquote care. You know what I mean? But the minute Emilia, pulled up, the tone switch, the vibe switch,
yeah, she got racist.
Demeanor. I'm about, that Dragon Ball Z image. I'm about to get racist. And it's just
that's serious. Yeah, that's her powering up.
Dude, she straight up switched up, man, and I like that. It felt more in tune.
Someone said, "Did I mention that the French sub of Sirius has a straight up slur at Emilia?" What?
Wait, that's actually insane. I kind of want to see that.
Crazy.
I kind of want to see that. Yo, chat, somebody find that and put that in the Discord. Put it in the ReZero anime chat. I kind of want to see that.
That's crazy.
I do want to ask a question. I am curious. Do we see Ikinda again in the season at all? Is there any mention of Ikinda at all?
Oh, no.
Can't tell me. No? Okay. Are you being honest? Are you just like trying to be? Are you trying to play safe?
You sound fucking crazy right now, dude.
Dude, because okay, I kind of, every time Regulus comes up and he mentions that like he's a Sin Archbishop of Greed, I'm like, okay,
you're getting cooked, bro.
Ikinda, listen, it's not Ikinda, is it? What is it, bro?
It's Ikinda,
what is
bro.
It? Oh, it's Ikinda. I'm sorry. All right, my bad, chat. God, let me breathe, okay? God, I'm working on it, okay? Every time Regulus introduces himself and he has that Sin Archbishop of Greed, my mind just goes to her every time, because I'm like, there's like some type of connection, but obviously it's not as deep, you know what I mean, in comparison to like Subaru talking to her and all that good stuff. But I am curious to see, does she have any like, is there any mention of her? Like, does Subaru get to talk to her again or anything like that by chance? Or is she just like, did she kind of fade off into the story at this point after the Sanctuary?
I mean, that's a good question. But somebody in chat brings up a good point. If your bank account was a number, what would it be?
What? Do I answer this truthfully? I mean,
I mean, yeah.
What's
your bank account number?
Okay. Caper.
Chat, we need to keep diverting this question, please.
I know what you are, buddy. All right. If I give you Bubba's information, does that work?
He's not gonna have any fucking money. He's not gonna have anything.
Yeah, I know. All the money went to the Toga figures.
He's gonna have fucking no credit score, no money. Fuck, he's probably overdrafted, bro.
Jordan, how would you describe your immediate surroundings, and if so, where would you be? I'm in a house.
Bullshit.
Uh,
Call bullshit immediately.
I got some trees next to me on my right hand side out of my window. There's
I thought
a
you were in a
street to my
house.
left. What? I am in a house. there's a neighborhood. You know, I'm in a neighborhood, guys. You know, good luck finding me. To be fair, we can just make do here. Okay, all right, slow down. What do you guys have it out for me? Why do you guys have it out for me? Why do you guys have it out for me? This is insane harassment.
Rainbow's logging in. We're gonna have your location by the end of the night, bro.
Yo, what did I do, man? I just asked a question about homegirl, and you guys are wanting to put me at the stake. I was just curious because, I mean, man,
Fuck,
she
going
you know,
back
she
to
was
it.
a
Fuck,
like after
fuck,
watching
fuck.
season 2, man, she's a really good character. Like she's like
Yeah, she's
don't
fine.
like put me like put yeah, just fine. Like I don't know, dude. Like put me in a room and ask me if I prefer her or Maki Mami. I don't know, dude. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying, man.
No, I really thought you were gonna end that sentence with "put me in a room with her," and I was gonna have to fucking time you out. Jesus Christ, man.
You know, I mean, you know, I'm not against that too, but you know, the point is that you know, she's a really interesting character in terms of just you know how she kind of navigates the conversations and her desire. And I like how like you know Regulus's desire is kind of like you know all about the women. Um, I am curious to know though, do we get the Subaru and Beatrice kind of one-on-one with Regulus? Because holy shit, if we do, yo, holy.
Hello, dude. Why did it make the globe fucking huge? By the way. Why did it make the globe huge? For those that aren't in the Discord, by the way, I did mention what happened in the Discord. Windows decided that now is the time to do a fucking Windows update. And it just shut my fucking computer off. Like my monitors turned off, and I just because sometimes I did have power supply issues where my computer would turn off, so I was just sitting here. I was just sitting here like normal, and then the Windows popped up, and it was like updating. I was like, you can't be fucking serious. I was like, you can't.
Good old Windows, baby.
I was like, you can't be fucking serious.
Oh, don't worry. Chat beat my ass for the entire 15 minutes while you were gone.
Bro, that is never happened. Can't you just deny the update? I need you to understand, I was just sitting here. Jordan was fucking yapping about whatever he was talking about, and my computer turned off. There was nothing I could have done. I was sitting back, observing, smiling, and then my monitors go black.
The computer had enough of my yapping. They're like, holy shit, get this guy the fuck off the mic.
Shit. This is, surprisingly, for the amount of streams I've done, this is the only time that this has ever happened. Where, like, my stream is cut out ever. So I didn't know what was going to happen, but it seems like we're chilling.
Yeah, that's a good point, huh? What was I even talking about, bro?
Nothing.
Oh, God, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, right. Regulus and Subaru 1v1. Yeah, I hope that they do get to duke it out this season. I don't know how, because Regulus seems to insta-kill majority of the time, it seems like. But if Beatrice has a ability, like I said, going back and looking at the trailer, we saw them heading towards him. But before they come into contact, it seems like he was cloaked with something. It kind of has like the same color scheme that was in the ability that they use today to kind of like go above. I'm not sure if it's like, you know, same family of abilities or whatnot. I am curious to see though, how does Subaru kind of close this power gap? And I guess that also kind of depends on how much those two have trained together, right? It's been like a year or so since the Sanctuary. So Subaru probably has all types of stuff you know, learned for Beatrice in the event of, you know, how to avoid maybe projectiles, you know, blocking them, fire back, anti-authority spells or whatnot, you know, if that's even a thing, you know, considering that they couldn't get past Sirius's authority or Hex, whatnot. I don't think Regulus has the same level of it. You know, I don't think Regulus has like a Hex or anything like that. I could be wrong. because his very much seemed to be pretty straightforward in comparison.
Hmm.
But then again, though, I still don't necessarily know how to describe Regulus's ability itself, at least quite yet. I get like the main picture of it. You know, bro can basically attack from a distance
Yeah.
by looking at you, for God's sake. Um, but I am curious to see how those two duke it out. Authority of Jordan, unseen update. All right, listen. Yo, chat, you guys got
Why'd
jokes
you
today.
do that to me?
Dude, it wasn't me, man. Chat literally was like, you're showing your true colors, bro. I'm just sitting here yapping, man.
You showed your true colors when I turned on my computer.
Listen, man.
It hasn't happened since I uninstalled the fucking Windows game drivers, bro. That shit was crashing my computer like every day.
Chat, it wasn't me, I swear. We can talk about this. Negotiate even. But yeah, episode 3 going forward though. I'm pretty sure this week was like, well, no, take that back. There's a lot more footage from the trailer we have not seen yet. But I think the first like main chunk of like the bits, like the main chunk of information we've seen from the trailer is pretty much out the door. Everything else is kind of like all over the place. Between, you know, Wilhelm throwing hands, Garfield and a little one throwing some hands, you know.
Do you remember her name?
You know, how about you just kill me instead? You know, how about
that's crazy.
I call them the Three Musketeers every time I see them because they're like little cats, you know.
Caper asks, genuine question, Jordan. What are your thoughts on the facial expressions and close-up shots this season compared to what you remember of season 2?
They are a lot better. They are a whole lot better. I think the changes to the character designs this season have definitely opened up room for more character animation on the body, especially, and facial expressions coming up. This is something I actually kind of briefly caught. It's not necessarily like super extensive. But when Sirius was kind of having a meltdown, there was a part where she was kind of, you know, she was moving a little bit, and it was kind of like close, giving her like a nice little angle up on her face and all that good stuff. And her body was really moving with like as she was displaying her anger and her wrath. And those little things, you don't really get to see as much in season 2. I really think that they've opened up the gateways for some more character movement, you know, more exaggerated, more dramatic, especially with the action. You know, you see it this week with the action of just how good these models are able to move, and you're able to keep up with it. You know what I mean? You're really able to keep up with it as well. So I think there's definitely a major step up in that department by far. I think that this art style is definitely the right direction. They need to keep it, improve upon it if they can. You know, I feel like, you know, at this point, it's all about kind of like taking the JJK approach in terms of drawing less where you can, but keeping the emphasis on the important details that allows you to do cool stuff, right? You know, I'm pretty sure there was like less details on like some of the clothing too of Subaru's outfit. Notably, I think with the character designs too, there was less like little horizontal lines drawn and vertical lines drawn and diagonal lines drawn to show the creases in his outfit. They need to keep that mentality. The less you can draw, the more you can move.
I feel like if there's any time you're gonna lock in with the character acting, it's gonna be when Sirius comes in, right? Because she has movement galore. She's always wiggling, always screaming. Her voice actor is fucking phenomenal, by the way. I know everyone glazes Betelgeuse's actor for good reason, by the way, because he's also fantastic. I really do think
like him a lot. I like him a lot.
I really do think that they're either both as good as each other, or honestly, I don't know if it's a recency bias, but I might like Sirius even more.
No,
she does an incredible job.
Yeah, she was really, really good. You know, I expect, you know, again, if depending on certain matchups in the future and the conclusions, I can see these Saint Archbishops really like losing it at the last bit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Sirius kind of reminds me of how like when certain anime characters kind of like have like a meltdown like right before their death. In this case, it was her wrath. But I'm curious to see like if Emilia does 1v1 her, like in her final moments, the Sirius kind of like going like a tangent, be like, you know, I hate you, you know, all this other stuff before she dies. Or if Regulus is about to die, you know what I mean? You know, how does somebody as arrogant as he is kind of spaz out upon his death? I mean, even in the trailer, you know, we saw with Gluttony, it was very brief. But when
He was
Gluttony
tweaking.
caught Subaru's whip,
Yeah, he was tweaking.
and Crush threw like a slash of like air at him, or like like a magic slash at him. You could see like in like his eyes and like how the facial expressions kind of matched up, like the emphasis on his eyes, how that movement is coming to be. And I
He
think
was
they're gonna
hungry.
really focus on that, because in season 2, when even though it was just a brief moment, right, when he fought Regulus, Gluttony can move. He
Yeah.
can really move. You know what I mean? And so how can they really exaggerate those movements this season, with Subaru and Crush especially? You know what I mean? That's something that you can really toggle on. I think they can. I think if anything, the most person, hypothetically speaking, of course, because again, this season is still early, the most that they're probably gonna have fun doing is our new Sin. I feel like, with
Yeah.
the wings and the beast that she can summon from what seems to be her hips. I
Mhm.
think they're gonna have a lot of fun doing that with
He
her.
knows.
Because she's got the whole kit for a lot of
She
cool
got the whole
opportunities.
kit.
She's got the wings, she's got the beast, she's got the claws, and most importantly, though, her character model is small.
Yeah.
And that allows a lot more emphasis on the things that are on her body versus her herself. And
Mhm.
that works out in the long run for the character. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they do her, because even in the trailer that we last saw, that evening, she seems like she's gonna be like a lot of fun just as a character.
Mhm.
She seems very exaggerative in a way that's kind of like dramatic, kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. I need to see more of her personality, I guess, before I
Yeah.
really start assuming stuff. But I could kind of get that hint that, like, yeah, she's gonna be like fun on screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dangerous when she locks in, when the wings come out, of course, seems like. But very, very good changes they seem to be making for the long run.
Someone asks, Emilia versus Wrath is the height of the episode. Would you agree with that? Yes. I don't know if anyone would disagree with that. I mean, I think the Watchtower stuff with Subaru and Sirius is very good, but I do think Emilia versus Sirius is the peak.
Have you noticed anything about her from her design? Let me go back to the OP real quick, and then let me just look at the shot where she's in the air. Okay, hold on. Because that's pretty much the only information I really have to work with right now. Is okay. So hold on, I'm at it right now. Hold on. Gotta get past this Priscilla cut. Okay, so yeah, I mean, she's definitely like small person design. I can't necessarily tell. Yeah, she's like, that's like I said, she's got like these two things on her hips that they got veins in them, and those clearly give birth to those beasts. It's kind of interesting because it reminds me of like the giant May beast that attacked the mansion, but like not quite. Like they're like lions, you know what I mean? And like the one that attacked the mansion last season was also a lion.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a connection there. Maybe she's responsible for them. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I really don't know what else to expect. Or what you guys are what you guys are
See,
hinting
look,
at.
not everyone's making fun of you. Someone said Jordan seems smart. Not gonna lie. See, some people like you.
The emphasis on the quotation marks are killing me, dog. You literally lower your voice by like a whole range, Jordan.
Well, what am I? I mean, that's what they're trying to get across. That's the message they're trying to send. Oh, also, I want to say, just in case it does happen, if my computer shuts off again for some reason, I'm not coming back. Okay, I'm not coming back.
Okay. Yeah. We'll call it. We'll call it that. Yeah, that works. Maybe she's got that dog in her. Maybe. By the way, is there any major spoilers in the opening or anything that you could tell? I have no idea.
I will say, technically, but only those kind of spoilers that you only know that they're spoilers if you know that they're spoilers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I can't. I assume, okay, if there are spoilers, right? I assume that the spoilers are pretty much in the range from. Hold on, I'll tell you. It's got to be in the range from 49 seconds with the blue, like, little sanctuary, like blue church looking thing. You got like somebody picking apples. I think this is the puck crystal in the center of all these other crystals. You got Wilhelm's wife. Okay, and this is interesting too. This thing with like the green crystals.
Yeah.
This is definitely something Priscilla related. I can't tell you how, but just the gold, the red, and the design being very neat. This is definitely Priscilla coded. I don't know what it is,
Interesting.
but this is something Priscilla definitely uses. I just don't know what I'm looking at here. I don't know if it's like a damn gun or
Ooh.
if it's like a cannon or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but that is 100% Priscilla coded. Yeah, no, that's definitely 100% Priscilla coded. Other than that, I feel like the matchups can be kind of self-explanatory. Which green crystals? If you guys go to the OP, and go to like 51 seconds right before it shows Sirius kind of swinging that 51-second mark, it seems like there's like two green crystals horizontal attached to circular sockets, and it's like red, gold, and black or brownish pattern for the rest of the thing, but I can't tell if it's sideways laying down or like what is it. You know what I mean? But don't tell me, of course. Don't tell me. But that's what I'm assuming. Based off when I look at this trailer, or I'm sorry, the OP. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what it could
Why
be.
would you say
But
that?
Gun, that's your first thought. Listen, man, Priscilla looks like she's got hobbies. Okay, and if she's got hobbies, she's probably firing something off into the distance for all I know. Why are you selling NPC Miles Morales? Somebody's told me that I've looked like Miles Morales before in a group chat. You remember what Cal said?
I didn't use my push talk for that because I was laughing at my fucking ass off at that message. That was
Dude,
crazy.
remember what Cal did that to me in the
I
group
still
chat? He
have
was
it.
like,
Do you want me to send it to you?
dude, please send it to me. Oh my god, I need that image, bro. I'm gonna talk about that thing on the timeline. But like, why did Cal do this to me? Yeah, I don't know. That's Anastasia's thingamabob. Oh, that's who it is. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, well, I don't know what it is, but we'll see. The authority of capitalism. Oh man, OP and ED really only have out of context spoilers and some weird misdirects. Yeah, that's good though. Weird misdirects are good though. I don't think I get much except character models and upcoming hype fights out of this. Yeah. That's pretty much my thing too. You know what I mean? Like again, I don't know who's fighting who. I genuinely don't expect everything to come to fruition one by one.
Fruition.
But TBH, you sound more like Trump to me.
What?
That's
That's crazy.
now
Holy.
that is a new one. I haven't heard that one. Before.
Dude,
Americans
you sound like Trump? What?
3-0 is peak.
It does make sense because he did get arrested in Georgia too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just like GA drop me, bro? Oh no, now they narrowed the location down. Oh no.
Oh,
I said
I said your neighborhood last stream, so I thought it was fine to say Georgia too.
Oh, okay. Well, cookout at my house, guys. Come on, ReZero watch party, guys, for the finale.
For the finale, you know how fucking far away that is?
Hey man, 8 weeks will go by in a heartbeat, man. 1 minute we're on 2, next thing we're on 7. Anticipating the finale.
Oh, you mean the core finale? Never mind.
Yeah. No, the core. Oh god, no. But we got like, bro, we got like a damn year.
Game Boy Matthew, I don't know if you've ever heard what Trump sounds like in your life. I don't think you've ever heard him talk.
Jordan catching strays for no reason. Dude, you guys do this every week. I'm catching strays till like
Jordan
forever, bro. Yeah, see what I mean?
Question
quotation marks. That's like the new thing now, man. We've gone from leaks tonight to Jordan.
Dude, leaks tonight was a great era of our history.
It truly was. We will miss those days, man. Oh man. Good times. Oh man.
You're getting flamed. Someone just said you sound like a lower pitched Ben Shapiro.
Oh my god.
I don't think you have heard what Ben Shapiro sounds like.
Can I just sound like me, chat? How about that? Can we just can a man sound like a man's supposed to sound?
You guys are just saying shit.
You guys are cooking me, man.
That's crazy, man.
Listen, I'm sorry about what I said about Priscilla last week, okay? Come on. I thought we had a truce chat.
It wasn't just Priscilla, man. Arc 4 web novel, Aldona from Auto, they're cooking you, man.
Why do you remember this stuff?
Leaking Jordan's address tonight. Let's go.
Hey, listen. I got Oreos in the kitchen, guys, all right? Just don't take my leftovers.
Is that all you have?
I mean, I got Cheetos in there too.
That's all you have in the kitchen are Oreos and Cheetos. He's like a fucking 7-year-old. Like, what do you mean?
Hey, man, it's tough out here, all right? Come on. It's tough out here. Shit. Remember I told you I was going to the store, man? More Cheetos, more Oreos.
That's all you got were fucking Oreos and Cheetos.
More Cheetos, more Oreos, man. The YouTuber diet, man. Let's go.
It's alright, man. They say I sound like Moist Critical, so you can be Trump, I guess.
Okay. Oh, one is so much better than the other, at least. Oh my god. Oh my. Jordan sounds like Jordan. I agree. Jordan sounds like a sexist. Okay, bro.
I mean, you were saying some crazy stuff about Anastasia, so it makes sense.
Dude, I thought she just, I thought she may have the blicky, man. She may. Oh wait, talking about okay. Listen, bro. Listen.
Took you a second to figure that one out.
I haven't. Listen, chat. Listen. All right, listen, chat. Listen.
Don't listen.
If they give Anastasia a crazy cut of her beating ass, all right, I will publicly apologize, all right, to Anastasia on stream. Okay. I will write a letter.
Somebody said you sound like Sirius, man.
Stream. Okay, let's calm down. Okay, let's calm down.
You see it when he starts saying "let's calm down" is when someone says he sounds like a woman. That's when he starts saying it. Jot this down, chat. Jot this down.
There's no way. There's no. Yo, don't clip that, chat. Don't clip that. Yo, I'm booming y'all. If y'all clip that, don't clip that, chat. Please don't.
Jot this down, everyone. This will be on the test for the episode 3 stream.
Like, chat. When does Jordan say, and I quote, "Calm down, chat"? A, when it's about a man. B, when it's about me. Or C, when it's about a woman. Gonna get a 90% poll when it's about a woman. Okay.
Jordan is not very accommodating to home invaders with just Cheerios. He does not have Cheerios.
Yeah, I don't have Cheerios.
That was not on the list of items.
Yeah, I said Oreos or Cheetos. Take it or leave it. Right? I don't do much else than that, all right?
Now they're just making up shit you have in your pantry.
Yeah, like Jesus, chat.
Screen recorded and posted to MySpace. Cool
The
ranch.
anime is gonna cut out Anastasia's sick ass fight now. Wait, she has a sick ass fight? Oh, say less. I hope so. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Like, I'm telling you, chat. Listen, chat. If they give Anastasia a gun or a samurai sword, I will apologize.
Why a gun?
Because that's raw, and it's isekai. That's raw.
Okay.
And I know Hoshin probably was cooking up some of that good old Japanese.
He's got like a blunderbuss.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Give her like one of those. Dude, listen. I'm just saying, chat. I'm just saying. If we get a scene where Anastasia's on a roof and she's got like, you guys know how like some people hold rifles like arm going horizontally and then rifle going vertically over the arm. I'm just saying, chat. Give me the Hawkeye moment and I might start twerking. I don't know. I don't know.
Tua, bro.
Okay. Please. She should have both a gun and a sword. See, now we're talking. Dalf. Now we're talking.
What are your expectations for episode 3, man?
Okay, so episode 3. Probably the cut with Subaru jumping into Regulus will be in the episode. Probably the first time when he was like, "You want to die that badly?" And he's like, "You don't get off my girl." I assume that the rest of the Archbishops will probably pull up, as well as the rest of the people who work with them, like the guys in the hoods. They're kinmen, if you want to call them that. Let's see here. I want to say probably this is when all hell breaks loose. Priscilla probably rendezvous with Al, and they start getting to work. Or not even that, actually. Al probably starts to go find Priscilla. Priscilla probably starts standing on business based off that cut. Anastasia probably starts to first evacuate the citizens, and then she starts to rendezvous. She probably is going to send her 3 musketeers out, and they rendezvous with Garfield, or at least one of them. The main one that's been with Garfield for the past few episodes will probably rendezvous with Garfield. Don't know what to expect from Otto. I don't know what to expect from Reinhard now that he's not in the immediate equation. He might try to stick with Felt. Felt probably wants all the smoke. I kind of wonder now how do we separate these battles, right? Because it's not like Subaru's gonna get sent flying a million miles across the
Oh, I forgot
area.
the
You know what
desk,
I
you're
mean?
right.
Like whatever him and Betty are about to do, they're not dumb. And I expect Subaru to live for fucking Barney just jump scared me.
Sorry.
I just see like a giant. I
I
just see the
forgot.
bunny.
For some reason, when my computer restarted, it like rolled back a little bit. Like the globe was big, your desk was gone. I had to like I had to put it back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I kind of guess expect the matchups to be set up. Really, that's pretty much my expectations. I don't know what we should expect outside of the matchups being set up, the synths pulling up, the rest of the synths pulling up, causing mass destruction. And of course, there's probably going to be a priority on retrieving Emilia now that she's unconscious. Kind of hate that she's already unconscious, not gonna lie. I thought she was gonna have a little bit more resistance. But I guess it really is. We're dealing with an Archbishop here, so you know, no punches are pulled. And yeah, I think that's it. Otherwise, great episode. 8 out of 10. I feel like good, very good rating for this week.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's it for me this week. Sorry, my notepad goes. Let me save this actually before I lose it.
Someone asks, and then we can end the anime only section here. Someone asks, as things stand, where do you imagine episode 8 ending off right now?
Ooh,
Might be a tough one.
So this is going to go in two directions. I feel like so episode 8. I feel like will be a win in some areas, a major loss overall. Right? I feel like the Archbishops will secure Emilia. I feel like Regulus will secure Emilia. I feel like there's going to be a lot of civilians dead. Watergate is going to end up destroyed, as potentially foreshadowed in the ED. Anastasia is probably going to suffer a major blow in her running here as well, because with so much destruction, people being hurt, it definitely hurts like her overall morale in the running. I feel like one or two archbishops may get handled for sure. Maybe one. I'll give it one, but it will not be Gluttony. It will not be Gluttony. I feel like them getting Rem up right now would be too quick. I feel like Rem's gonna be gone for a long term for the story of ReZero, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I feel like they will get Sirius out the way. I feel like the new one will live. Regulus will live. They'll get Emilia out. They'll have their wins and losses here. And then, so I've heard about this so-called like speech, quote unquote. I don't know what it's about. I just heard they have some type of speech, whatnot. But I assume that is the segue into the second half, because this is more of the defensive / counterattack type deal. Then this would lead to the second half of going on the offensive. I am curious to see, though, how do we go on the offensive here? Because you're talking about pulling up to enemy territory. I want to see how we go about that. And what is the end goal for pulling up on the Archbishops? Because I doubt we just rid all of them here and now. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot to be gained, and there's a lot to be lost this season as well. Again, I still think that a royal candidate will bite the dust. I think it is time, because there really isn't anything significant to me that has been going on that would really make a royal candidate drop out the race unless they are KIA'd. You know what I mean? Of course, there's other things that could happen, like Crucia's memories, right, being taken away from her. That's also a hurt. But I wonder, like, how much more can you really do before they end up recovering, right? Like, how much can you make this situation with the royal candidates fluctuate before somebody might make a comeback and stuff like that? There needs to be some kind of culling of some sort to really even out the competition. So I feel like we'll get a royal candidate to be killed. Now, if Anastasia were to get killed at the end of this core, that dude, that would be insane. Not gonna lie, that would be very insane. To pull up on her territory and body her at the same time. But other than that, man, my theories will definitely adjust by episodes 6 and 7.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll come back for that, especially around that time. I think a pre-season finale stream will be very cool to have. So, but other than that, yeah, I think that's it from me, guys, this week.
A lot of
Yeah,
interesting
man.
thoughts from our resident anime only. Thinks
Yeah,
she can't
guys.
fight now once her dead. Dot dot dot.
You know what, man? I'm just not beating these allegations today, am I? I'm just not. I'm just not. You're like, listen, here's another thing, okay? Truth be told, I honestly don't know how to power scale ReZero, right? Like,
That's
okay,
fair.
clearly right now, Reinhard is lonely at the top. That's clear. Okay. And Subaru is probably like above Otto with Beatrice. Okay, sure, right? And then I would still say that Garth is probably above Subaru. Maybe not by as much anymore, but just like as a physical fighter, one punch is probably breaking Subaru's body in half. You know what I mean? Like one like serious punch. And then maybe like Garfield, equals Federica and all that good stuff. And then solo Beatrice is probably above all of them, right?
All right, last thing for the anime only safe space. Give your top 10 strongest right now.
Oh my god, bro. Top
Or
10,
top 5.
okay.
Top 5, top 5.
Okay, top 5. Probably Reinhardt number 1. Maybe Julius number 2. Okay. Oh my god. Wait, but okay, if we're counting archbishops or like,
Yes.
like witches and all that good stuff. Okay, maybe Reinhardt number 1. Shit, dude. Probably Pandora number 2 then. I don't know how you can kill her. You know what I mean? Yeah, Pandora number 2. God. This is a toughie, dude, because I legitimately don't know like how like I don't know all these characters' feats, man, like this is trying to
it's
like
fair. It's fair.
scales. Oh man.
They're just trying to set you up, is all. They're just trying to set you up.
Aren't the witches aren't all the witches like technically like top 5 characters? You know what I mean? Like maybe not a Kenda, right? But like the Witch of Wrath, you know what I mean? Might be kind of OP. You know what I mean? Like okay, oh god, bro. That's a good point. Okay, maybe Pandora's number 1 then, right? If she can warp reality. Okay, maybe Pandora number 1. Pandora number 1, Reinhardt number 2. Because I don't know if Reinhardt has reality warping. Okay, Reinhardt number 2. Okay, maybe Julius.
Go easy on him, chat. He doesn't know.
Top 5 might be a stretch. Okay, I got it.
He doesn't know.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's do Pandora 1. Let's do Reinhardt 2. Okay, what about Puck 3? Right? Can't Puck like in the world?
Oh, brother.
Wait, no. Wait. Yeah. That makes sense because Reinhardt can kill Puck, right? So let's say Puck 3, right? Okay. And then let's see here. Hold on, I gotta make sure I got my witches right.
Vortex is gonna kill himself.
Gracious.
On sight.
Maybe the witch. Wouldn't Gluttony be kind of OP too? Wouldn't Daphne be kind of OP too? Considering she created the great beast. That seems kind of strong, dude. I don't know, like, I'm making sure. I'm making sure I have my names right, chat. Because I mixed up some of these witches' names. Like I was gonna say Daphne was Gluttony, but Gluttony is Daphne. Or yeah, I have my names mixed up. I wanted to make sure that I said the right one. So maybe Daphne. Maybe Daphne 4, considering that she created the Great Beast, right? Because if Puck can end the world, right? Puck was going to end the world when Emilia died, right? So if Puck was going to end the world, then
he's anime only.
That means that the Great Beast would probably all go to at one time, right? So I'm going to say Puck 3, Daphne 4. Oh my god, but I don't know who 5 would be. I genuinely don't know who 5 would be. Because I don't know anybody else's feats that are that high. Like I feel like there's like a large gap after Daphne. You know what I mean?
I mean, what about Satella?
dude.
I'm
Satella.
trying,
Okay,
I'm trying to help you out, bro.
I can throw Satella in there for 5, probably. Sure.
She
Oh wait, you know
she
what? You know what? That
devoured
makes
she
me.
devoured
That's
half the
right.
world, bro.
That's right. I forgot that episode when she kind of came out and was devouring everything. I'll do Satella 5. I'll do Satella 5. I'll do Satella 5.
All right,
Um,
man.
or maybe Satella 4, Daphne 5 then, because if Puck can end the world, Satella can devour it. But I don't know. Okay, actually, okay, maybe Satella 3, Puck 4,
It keeps going up.
and then Daphne
Fair enough.
5.
Fair enough.
We'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. All right. We'll do it like that. We'll do it like that.
Chat still saying
Yeah.
Satella 5 when he updated it like twice. Chat, catch up, catch up.
Yeah, I'll do it like that. We'll so Pandora 1, Reinhardt 2, oh my god, I'm forgetting my own damn list. Puck 3, Satella 4, and then Daphne 5. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do.
Interesting.
That's what I'll do. Because I'm trying to think, like, you know, Pandora has the highest feat right now with reality warping. Like, she literally just Alt F4s and then Control Vs her every time she dies. And then Reinhardt literally has like the law of the power system bending to his will, right? But at the same time, Reinhardt can stop world-class ending threats. And if that is true, like we've seen, then he can stop Puck. However, Puck can end the
Shut the
world, so
fuck
that
up,
technically
Frosty.
puts him put them right below Reinhardt, right? Because Reinhardt can kill him, but that's still a world-class threat. That's that's world level, or I don't want to say multiversal, but that's still planetary feat. And then Satella can also do the same thing, right? So that's Puck. Satella can, I guess Satella and Puck can be 3 and 4, inverse depending on how you want to put it. Maybe Satella might be a little bit higher, because maybe Satella might be 3 because I don't know if you can really kill her either that easily, considering that she bestowed, but returned by death and all that good stuff. And then Daphne created the Great Beast. Considering that literally, it's kind of hard to kill. I assume that any of the properties that she applied to the Great Beast, she could probably apply to herself to some degree. You know what I mean? Like, what if Daphne could be like 100 great rabbits? You know what I mean? Like that kind of makes her kind of strong. And considering you can't take off her blindfolds and stuff like that, for all we know, that girl looks at you, she just eats you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna go with that, chat. That's
All
it.
right. Sounds like a good list, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, all right, chat. I'm gonna head out so everybody can have the light novel discussion. I will be back next week, buddy. We'll talk, man.
Yep. Episode 3.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited, man.
Yeah, man. We'll be back next week, chat. Be nice to me while I'm gone, okay? Later.
Bye. What a fucking lunatic. I'm just kidding. Dude, the power scale. Oh my god, if Vortex was here, dead on sight. Dead on sight, dude. Vortex would have blown his brains out. Not to say that that's a hard feat, by the way, okay? Vortex would have killed himself at many lists. Among Us, yeah. I just realized my music is gone now because my computer turned off. I gotta get rid of his guest desk too. Alright, I guess that'll be the end of the anime only section. So if you are an anime only for ReZero, now is the time for you to leave. We will be briefly discussing the light novel. I probably won't be on for too long. I don't think there's that much to talk about this week. Probably just talk about what's to come for episode 3. Okay, I've given the anime only's time. They have received their time. Yeah, Frosty's gotta go. And we're clear. Goodbye, everyone. So, I've been talking with Mr. Vehicle Garkar, and he cooked with an idea specifically pertaining to the owl reveal. So if you guys remember in Arc 3, what prompted Al telling Subaru that he was isekai'd is when Subaru asked him about his arm, right? Subaru was like, oh, how'd you lose your arm if you don't mind me asking? In episode 3, we'll be getting the scene of Subaru waking up after having his leg blown off. And Al will be like, you almost wound up like me. You should put up a spoiler. How many things do I need, man? Let me just copy anime only here. Let me just make this one. Fuck. So yeah, Garkar had that cool idea for that. Yeah, episode 3 is gonna be interesting. There's a lot of fucking content. I read the episode 3 content last night or the night before, I forget. Basically, you know, it's gonna have Regulus. I'm interested if you're gonna keep all of Regulus yapping. Was the Hanged Man tarot card thing pointed out during the Emilia section? No, it was not. I did see that though. It's gonna have Sirius attacking Regulus, Regulus blowing off Subaru's leg. Obviously, the Invisible Providence part. Episode ends with Subaru's leg chopped off. That'll be like 3 minutes in, bro. Subaru will wake up. Al will be like, I saved you because Lesbo came crying to me. And Betty is unconscious because she healed everyone in the square. And then Crucial will come in, and then they'll hear about Capella. And I don't know how much of the Emirata stuff they're gonna keep in. Maybe not. Much at all. And then they'll have the roundtable discussion in which they discuss the witch cult stuff and why they're here for the witch's bones. And Aldebaran will be like, oh, Typhon, huh? That's right. And then they'll hear that Mimi got fucking shit on. And then I think the episode will end. We'll do the Garf and the Mimi stuff. I think the episode will either end like during the crying scene or like right after the crying scene. So like when Garf is crying in Mimi's chest, or the Capella announcement shortly after that. Do they mention the book in the Ellen or not? Which book are you referring to? Are you referring to the Gospel? No, the Book of Wisdom is not mentioned yet. In the OP, it had Reinhard versus Capella, but I don't remember that happening. It's because it did not. Tome of Wisdom is in volume 18 apparently. It was not in the stuff that I read. The only thing that they talked about is the bones. All they mentioned on the announcement are the bones. Is it 2 different speeches? Yeah. There's the Capella speech. There's the Capella announcement. There's 2, right? I feel like I'm misremembering though. I'm pretty sure there's 2 of them. I'm pretty sure Capella versus Ryan is just the opening. I don't think they're gonna have that big of a change to the entire arc. Because that would be like remaking the circumstances of the arc. Because the whole reason why Reinhard's not out there busting heads and busting nuts is because he's dealing with Heinkel. But at first, when I was thinking about what episode 3 contains, I was like, episode 3 might be like one of the lulls of the season, to be honest with you. It might not be that interesting. But then I read episode 3, and I was like, this shit is kind of fire. Like, starting with the Regulus and Sirius stuff, like having Subaru hit him with the Invisible Providence, and then going into the infirmary, which is where you could drop the owl reveal. Surely. And then you have the roundtable discussion, and then the Garf stuff. Like, episode 3 might kind of cook, man. It might cook. Something is gonna get cut, I just don't know what. Like, some of this shit, I have a whole list of events. Some of this is gonna get cut, I just do not know what. Episode 4, Priority Epic gonna go crazy, I know, man. Imagine they skip Al knowing Typhon's name. It will never happen, trust me. Nothing bad has ever happened to me. And if something bad happens to me, it's not that bad. It's simply giving me time to ascend even further. No Al this episode equals filler episode. I'm glad someone said it. I didn't want to be the one to say it. I'm glad someone said it. So I just saw Serious Squee. Oh my god, my crush is so cute, and I hate that annoying popular Priscilla Capella. Okay, Roy, now hit the second tower. That's crazy. That is crazy. Jordan talking about how a certain person would act while dying. Yeah, I liked it when Jordan was he was like, Priscilla can never die because she has too much aura. I was like, true, true. That aura is crazy. I can't deny it. Jordan asking if Echidna was in this season into the computer crash is proof nothing bad has ever happened to you. Dude, when he asks me that, what the fuck am I supposed to say? My first thought was like, what the fuck, man? Why the fuck would you ask me that? And obviously, you can be like real coy about it. And you're like, no. You say no. I don't like to lie to Jordan. He's a soft soul, man. He's a gentle soul. I mean, she's not. Fox Echidna is. It's like the world's biggest nerd emoji of all time. Like, you guys are nerd emojiing all over the place right now. It's embarrassing. They are two different people. Oh, silly me. How did I forget that? I hope they bring back Echidna's VA for it. I mean, I don't know who else it would be. Will it be any character who bites the dust more than Rem this season? Krush gets to find more. Krush gets to discover that things can get worse. My goat. Episode 2 was good, man. I had a good time. I'm excited for episode 3. Lives will be decided, okay? If there is no Al reveal in episode 3, Big Floppa will be killed in the streets. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. How could you lose the vice chairman of the Aldebaran committee? Pyro's right there. Just get a new one. Wonder if Ice will spoil it on Friday if he gets the episode again. He probably will. But fear not, chat. I have already locked the bets in the Discord for Owl and Wilhelm Wound. I can unlock Wilhelm Wound maybe after the episode or something, just in case, just in case. But the Owl one will remain locked until the core break. Assuming that the reveal doesn't happen next week. Which it will, because nothing bad has ever happened to me. If you unlock Wilhelm Wound, I'll add another 136 to know. Broke! Brokey! Isn't Krush the only candidate who has no loose connection to Echidna? Krush also has no connection to her body at this point anymore. Krush does not have much connection left to her soul. Bro, the way I see it is you cannot write Arc 9 and then be a script supervisor for Season 3 and then be like, yeah, we don't need to re-add the owl reveal. Fuck you! What do you mean? Fuck you! If you do that. That's crazy. Two different streams is still a notification. Is it categorized as 2 streams? That would suck. Just do the owl reveal in Isekai Quartet. If the owl reveal is in episode 3, I'm coming back to the stream VOD and finding all of you. And there will be punishments. There will be consequences for this behavior. Just FYI. Consequences will never be the same. Do we get like VIP? No, I kill myself. What if it happens later on in the season? The only time I think it can happen is before the speech. I think a core 2 reveal is like really ass. But obviously it can still happen. And then core 3, it's gone. It's gone forever. Dude, if they literally wait... God. If they literally wait until Arc 7 anime to drop it. Oh my god, dude. That's so ass. What if Al never revealed his authority? Do you think Al would go down the drain? Al has never revealed his authority. Like, not even just Arc 9. They know that a talk between compatriots is literally on the way. Like, they know that they're 2 arcs from it, and that by the end of this, it's gonna be 3 books away from it. Can we be serious, man? I need Aldebaran. Chad, I need Al. Give me Al. Al constantly getting shafted is the sad reality of a ReZero fan. Not this time. Things will be different. Things will be epic. Episode 3 better have a gifable moment. There will probably be a gifable moment of like Al tinkering with his helmet while he talks about Typhon. You could probably do that. I think stream's over. Yeah, stream's about to be Jover. So true. Alright, chat. We will reconvene next week. Thank you everyone for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. I post weekly episode videos, and obviously I'm going to post other stuff. I'm just mainly focusing on the weekly episodes right now. Join the Discord if you haven't already. We talk about ReZero. We're all normal. If you're not normal, you're going to have a hard time. Okay? Be on your best behavior. Don't be a fucking gooner. You can become a YouTube member. It gives you access to behind-the-scenes content, a little badge on emote or on messages and comments. You get all those wonderful emotes that Availing just posted. You get a color name in the Discord. It's all kinds of fun. We have the Graw stickers in the fourth wall shop that you could buy. You could buy Graw stickers. They're cool. I had the first holographic Graw sticker ever, but I do believe Zorbus threw it in the trash. So that is gone. So now Caper has the second. Thanks everyone for coming out. Goodbye.